Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Mack, again, and welcome to the first episode of Mack Talks, my new little series I'm starting here on my channel where I just sit down and talk to you guys about whatever I feel like talking about. Just whatever's on my mind, whatever I feel like, or just feel like I need to get off my chest. Like video games, TV shows, my life, myself, etc. But moving on from that, let's get on to the show. So, today's topic we're talking about today is a little TV show I really love, but before I tell you what it is, I feel like I want to tell you guys something about myself. So, many of you probably don't know this about me, but ever since I was about 6 or 7 years old, I've really loved anime a lot. Like, anime has been one of my favorite things ever since I was a young child, all the way up to my adult years, like where I am now. And I just loved watching Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid. I was watching Toonami, all those cool shows that came on. It was just really, really great. I just rushed home to get home to watch them after school. So that was really cool. But today, I want to shine a light on a lesser known anime that I feel like deserves a bit more love and attention. And also, if you're a fan of the horror genre, I think you will really appreciate this anime and really just love it a lot. And that anime is Ghost Hunt. Now, Ghost Hunt is a show about these paranormal investigators who go in and investigate schools, like houses, and help people with their paranormal activity. But I know you're saying that sounds very typical of like your normal paranormal show, but what makes Ghost Hunt stand out, what makes it very different, is the methods in which they deal with the paranormal activity. It's not your typical like you need to go in and call a priest and investigate, and then call a priest to cleanse the house. Like that's not how it usually plays out in this show. That it's usually like very mysterious. Like they have to find out who the spirit is and their identity, and then help them pass on by helping or fulfilling their wish, or something like. And that's those sort of means. But that just makes the show feel really different from other shows and makes it stand out, and why I think it's so great. But in one case in the show that really emphasizes that different method of dealing with these sort of situations is the dollhouse episode. I won't spoil it for you, so I want you to check it out for yourself. If you have the time, definitely check that out. But I want to move on to the atmosphere. The atmosphere of Ghost Hunt is very, very tense. And I would argue in the beginning of the show, of each case, it starts out very lighthearted. Like, the characters just talking to each other about situations and stuff that's going on with themselves or whatever. But when the paranormal activity starts happening, the feeling of just tension and dread is very palpable. And you just feel it, and you feel it yourself. You see the characters feeling it, and when you hear those like knocking sounds and like those bang on the walls and like objects flying and like writing appearing on walls, you really feel it because it's just very creepy. And also the music of this show really bolsters those creepy feelings, because the music to me is very probably even creepier than the paranormal stuff, because like there's some like piano tracks in there, and like I never heard such a creepy piano in my entire life. and it personally makes my skin crawl just hearing that stuff, and also seeing what's on screen just bolsters that. So from a creep factor, the show really hits highs that they're hard to match. But also, if you're saying, I don't know, Mac, like you're saying some good things, but I don't know if I still want to watch it. Like, is it really that good? But if you don't have the time to commit to watching the entire show, which I understand it's a 25 episode show, Like, that's not the longest show ever, but it's still like a commitment to have to commit yourself to that many episodes. But if you don't have the time to watch it all, I would highly recommend checking out the Bloodstained Labyrinth case in the show, because the Bloodstained Labyrinth is by far the best case in the entire show, and just doesn't pull any punches and doesn't hold back on the heavy stuff. Like, for example, it's the creepiest, it's the most interesting, and most mysterious of all the cases in the entire show. And why it's interesting is because there's this underlying feeling of absolute dread throughout these entire episodes, and it just makes you feel like is it really going to be okay in the end, or is it going to go south? Is it going to go bad for these characters? Which I will not spoil either, because I definitely want you to check it out for yourself. If you have the time, definitely check that out. I highly recommend it. And also, I want to bring emphasis to the characters. They're not like anything outside the box, but the characters are definitely, I say, are good lead characters. So, and they give you just enough so you can enjoy them. Like, there's a good dynamic between Mai and Naru, for example, who are always like butting heads with each other, and like Masako and Ayako, who are like competing against each other a lot for who's more important. And like Monk and John are kind of like the straight men, but I think the characters have a really great dynamic, and they really feel like there are like friends who are like inhabiting these terrifying situations together. And so that's all I really wanted to say about the show. But so obviously I would highly recommend this show to anyone who is a fan of horror. Even if you're just an anime fan in general, I would still recommend this show to you. It's still a great anime. I highly recommend it because it's just that good, guys. You gotta check this out. So you can get it on Funimation for $22.49, and also you can get it on Amazon for $16.39 as well. But apparently there's only 9 copies of that left on Amazon, so you need to check that out really quick. Like, check it out real fast, guys. And yeah, that's it for the first episode of Mack Talks. This was a blast. I had fun doing this, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm pretty much committed to doing an episode of Mack Talks about once a week. So look forward to the next episode of Mack Talks sometime next week. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.